Hi everyone, welcome to Creative Stampin' Designs. My name is Karen. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Central New Jersey. And we are going to make a fun fold card today again. Just want to make sure everything's live and all. Yep, I think it is. Oh, and I'm even straight today, which is very unusual. Usually not that straight. All right. I am going to be using the Stars at Night bundle. So we have the stamp set, and then it's the hybrid embossing folder and the dies. And I'll just show you how I do the 1 star. I have a bunch of them cut out already because I wasn't quite sure, as normal, what I was going to be using today. Hi Barbara, thank you for joining. I just want to remind you about a couple things going on right now. We've got the seasonal sale is going on right now, and it ends tomorrow. So if there are, I know some of the stuff is starting to go on back order already, but it's everything. The items are from the annual catalog, the 2023 to 2024 annual catalog only. They're not from the mini catalog. It's 10% off ribbons and trims, 15% off inks, which is stamp pads, blends, markers, refills, and then 20% off all papers. Whether it's your cardstock or DSP. I know got a couple packs of basic white because I got other cardstock too, but I stocked up on some couple packs of basic white because I go through a lot of white. Okay, and that ends tomorrow. So if you haven't gotten your orders in yet, you might want to get going on it. And while you're at it, you might want to check out the new online exclusives. I really had all intentions of using the new set today, but my order has not gotten here. The one order I didn't expedite is taking forever to get here. So, because I know I had ordered the Softly Said, and I ordered I think this is called Bubble Up or something. I ordered that. I ordered a few things, but I had to quickly readjust my card. Another thing is starting November 21st. I do not have this on my blog yet, but I will be putting it on there. Starting November 21st through January 3rd, it's the last chance products. So it's items that will be retiring. Some of them will be on sale 10% off, 40% off, 20% off, 30% off. They're all different prices. I am going to post this, excuse me, on my blog. Then there's also products that are carrying over, which I was very excited about, a few of them. So you might see on the last chance product list items that are being discontinued that are, that it says last chance, you can't get them. But then they're on the carryover. It's because the bundle is not carrying over, the individual products are. Okay. The other thing is we have a new paper pumpkin. It's all the best. This month's kit has 9 cards, and then there's an acetate box. So if you need another Christmas gift, you can put these cards together, put them in the box, put a ribbon around it, and you have a cute little gift. You have a teacher's gift or whatever you need. So if you're not subscribed, you might want to sign up for that. Then we also have the Best Destination kit going on right now, and they're cute. They're fun fold cards, tri-fold cards. They're really cute. And I believe that was it. So let's get started on this card. Step out of the way. Hi, Jamie. Thanks for joining. All right. So I am starting with a panel of Starry Sky, which is 8 inches by 4¼ inches, and I have it scored already at, I believe it's 2½ inches. All the measurements, everything will be on my blog on Friday. It goes live at 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. So everything will be, all the measurements and all, just in case I give you a wrong measurement here. Okay, so I'm just scoring that, the one fold over. Then I have, oh, I did quite a bit of the prep beforehand, but then I saved some stuff also. Okay, so I have another panel of the Starry Sky, and I don't know if you could see this. I already embossed it, and I wanted to have the main star right in the middle. I do have die cut stars that I wasn't sure if I was putting it on it yet, but I figured, well, I'll know. You know me, I do my cards on the fly, so I never know what I'm gonna actually end up with at the end until I'm working on it. I'm just gonna adhere this to a basic white mat. And then I'm gonna adhere this to, make sure it's straight. I'm using liquid glue because I need that wiggle room. And then I'm going to adhere it to this small panel, and I want to make sure the star is more toward the top. Just going to open this up to do this. And again, I will have all these measurements on my blog on Friday. I don't want to press too hard. I don't want to flatten my star. Okay. Let me do the other part. Now I know the Oh Holy Night DSP, it was out of stock, it's in stock. I believe it's all available right now. That is not a part of the sale going on right now. But I used the stargazing paper. We made a card at my last class using the Stars at Night bundle, and I did not have enough of the Oh Holy Night paper. I pulled the stargazing paper out, and it's stars. I mean, it worked for me. So I thought I would use this today. Since this paper is on sale right now, and I believe it's 20% off, because I believe all the cardstock and DSP from the annual catalog is 20% off. So I decided to use this. We're going to hope I get this straight, since I just used Stampin' Seal and not my glue. If not, well, I did get it straight. I was going to say, if not, you'll see me playing around to loosen it up. I am going to use liquid glue, though, to adhere this panel down, though. And I'm just going to adhere this right inside, just like that. All right, so I'm just going to set that right here, because that part we're done with for right now. Now we have another panel of Starry Sky, which is 3¼ by 8½. And again, I scored it already at 4¼ I'm just folding that in half. We're making a joy fold card. Okay, and this one here, again, I did not use this. Oh boy, okay, my light's hitting it. I used the holographic paper, and that's what I was making this. I did one of the stars with, and I like it. Gives it a different look, and I am going to use Stampin' Seal on this also. My original plan was there's the one die, this one here, that I was going to use in the middle so it would cut through so you would see the silver, except this star that I was planning on using originally does not fit on the front. It's too big. I had to change it. So not only I had to change the set because my order didn't get here, but then I had to change the star because it wasn't going to work. Hi, Carol. Thank you for joining. All right. Now again, I didn't want to use liquid glue because this is foil paper. And I couldn't really cut the star out of the center of this because it embosses the whole panel when you go to cut. So, because normally I could just, you can cut from the center and then, because nobody's going to see anything but the edge. All right, and then we're going to adhere this to the front of the small card, whoops, small card base. Oh, my glue is barely coming out here. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. All right, so we're going to just adhere this right like that. So then this panel will now be adhered right in the center. So the card is going to go, it'll be like this. So when you open this part up, you'll see your star, and then the sentiment will be inside. And I'll see if I'm going to have room for the sentiment outside. I am going to use liquid glue to adhere this because I need to make sure I get it in the center. Oh, now the glue's coming out. I guess it just needed a little shakedown. So I'm just going to set it, and that looks pretty centered. Oops. Okay, liquid glue has its advantages and its disadvantages. And that'll open, and we go like that. So I just want to give it a good press here. It's chilly here today. I was freezing before. That way. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do the star. And I'm doing this star here because that's what fit. Like I said, I was playing around with the different stars, and when I had the big one, it just, you could see it was, oops, no, you can't see. It was going to go over. And I wasn't sure I liked the way that looked. So I decided to change. All right, so this will fit right in the embossing folder, and it doesn't snap in, but you can see it doesn't move once you have it in place. And then I have a panel, make sure I grab the right one, of the holographic paper. It's really, the light's catching it. And I'm just going to set it right over that one star and then close it up. Make sure nothing's moving there. And I'm just going to put it through my die cutting machine, my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So then when you open it, and there you go. It's all embossed and ready for you to use. Pieces out of my way. She was going to start. I was hoping she'd be quiet. All right. Now, again, I did a lot of the die cutting before. So I cut, and I cut a whole bunch of stars out, and I'm going to decide now which ones I'm going to use. So I know I'm definitely using this one. And then I had cut, make sure I'm in the camera here. I cut this star. I cut it in both white and the holographic paper. I had cut that one. I cut this one. I cut so many stars because I was not sure what I was going to be using. I cut a bunch of little stars too that I'm going to put around. Those are, of course, they're not. Here we go. Just put them on my paper here. There's the little, oh, I can't flip them. Oh my goodness. They're stubborn. They just don't want. There we go. Those, oh, not this one. That's a piece of a star. Oh, no, it's not. That was a couple. There we go. Okay. That was these. I cut a few of those out. And this is the silver and gold glimmer adhesive back paper. That's an online exclusive. So, like I said, I cut a whole bunch of stars out because, again, I didn't know what I wanted to use. And since I decide as I'm going, I just kept cutting. All right. Hi, Joan. Thank you for joining. So I think what I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to play around with it right here before I adhere them all together. This one's too big, so I can't use that. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to use. There we go. These can go on the side. I don't know what I'll use those for. We'll see. Maybe see what fits on the others. So let's start adhering these together. And I think I'm going to use, to be on the safe side, I'm going to use some glue dots. So I'm just going to put right in the center of this one. And I'm going to offset it so we see both the silver and the white. There are so many combinations you can play with this set, with these stars. All right, we're going to do, I'm just going to do glue dots for right now. I feel safer doing that. I'm going to make sure I line this up the best I can. If I have to sneak another glue dot in underneath later, I will. Okay, and then we're going to put the white one again. Come on. I want to use my nail, but then the glue dot's going to stick to my nail. All right, so we're going to put this one right in the center. Just like, and I want to make sure it's, there we go. Just like that. And then this is an easy one. This has the adhesive back. At least it's supposed to. This one, we'll go right, sure it's, again, oh, sure it's centered there. There we go. I might have to just kind of sneak, and I'm gonna, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna sneak another glue dot underneath here. Oh, no, it's there. It's the bottom, because the other glue dot went closer to the top, I believe. So we're just going to put that right under there, just so it stays in place. And then this, I think I'm going to adhere it right here because I want to put the sentiment. Let me just make sure the sentiment's going to fit. It will, even if it overhangs a little bit, it'll be fine. Okay, so let's stamp the sentiment. And I don't want to lose, I lost my white. Oh my. Oh, it's right here. Oh my goodness. So I knew I had my piece of white to do the sentiment on. And I'm going to stamp it in Versamark and use silver embossing powder. I'm just using my embossing buddies to hopefully keep the static down and um, so that the embossing powder will only stick to the Versamark. I'm going to close that because I know what'll happen. And even if I don't get it straight, it's not a big deal because I'm cutting it out. Ooh, silver embossing powder. Looks pretty good. I think I got a good coverage. Put this to the side. Get the heat tool, which the Stampin' Up! Heat tool has two settings. One is for drying and two is for the embossing. And I'm just going to let it heat up off to the side a little. Because when you heat it up ahead of time, it turns on just that little bit quicker, I think. You just want to move it around a little bit. I tend to do a lot more embossing, especially around the holidays, with the silver and gold, and even the copper, or yeah, the copper embossing powder. There we go. You do want to be careful not to overheat because the embossing powder will burn, and it does not look pretty when it burns. Kind of gets dull and dingy. Yeah, it looks good. Things sound so loud on this end. I don't know if it's really loud. All right, now I'm just, what did I do with the die cut? I'm just going to die cut this real quick. This one fits perfectly in there, and just want to grab a piece of my post-it note tape just to hold it down so it doesn't move while I'm cutting, and I'll be right back. All right, we can start putting this all together. All right. So my star is actually, I definitely want it on with dimensionals. Got my little half dimensionals here. And I'm just going to go in the center, around the center star. set it right here. Oops, I don't want to, yeah, you got to be careful. I don't want it to go over on that side. If it goes above, that's okay. You don't want it to go over because then when you go to open that, the star will bend. Go, and then we're going to have this right down there. And again, I'm going to use my dimensionals. Lay that flat. Just going to set this. See if I go right there, we'll be fine. Ugh, sorry, my watchdog is at it again. Okay. Now, for the inside here, I did not want to use another piece of silver on the inside, so I have a piece of smoky slate, and I have a panel of white. And we're just going to stamp Merry Christmas in Starry Sky. I had to think what color I was using. And we're just going to stamp it up a little higher so I have room to write. That's crooked. We're going to try going a little straighter now. It looked straight when I was going down. I think it's the script. That's better. And then I have the one big star, and I'm going to just stamp this off once and just go over. So you can barely see it, but it's there. And the other stars too. I wasn't sure if I'm going to use them or not. This set here. Like I said, I pulled a lot of different things out because I wasn't sure what I was going to use. I think only one time when I've done a live have I ever had a card to show you beforehand. And I do need my bone folder because since I flipped the paper, this is not, I like my edges smooth, and sometimes you get that little bit of a cut edge. Put this on the inside. All week long, my mailman has not been coming till 7 o'clock at night. So I figured, okay, I'll be good. The dog will be quiet the whole time. And today, mailman had to come early. My guess is people were complaining. We get our mail here so late sometimes. All right, now she's at my feet, and if she barks, it's going to be really loud. So for here, let's see, I have all these stars. I need to use something. That one, let's see. I'm going to use the glimmer star. Or should I use a smaller one? What do you think? What do you think? The small star or the big glimmer star? I'm going to let you pick. Thank you, Carol. Oops, there's my glimmer one. So which one? The large one or the smaller one? The larger star? All right. And make it easier because then I don't have to use glue or glue dots or... There we go. Okay, I just want to give it a little press over here. That's it. That's the card. Let's do a quick envelope. And again, for the envelope flap, I am using the Stargazing DSP because it was going to work for me. And I figured I wanted to use stuff today that is on sale so that you can, if it's something you like, you can head over to pick it up. The sale does end tomorrow night at 11:59 Mountain Time. So if you want to get, but I did notice, I think I went in and I believe Cherry Cobbler cardstock is on back order now. And I forget what other colors were on back order. But when I went in and I looked, I was like, oh boy. Of course, I want to say it's a lot of Christmas things. Christmas colors or... And then I did stamp the stars. I'll write the address. I have a nice straight line now to write my address on, or part of my address on. And then I stamped the other stars on it. And I still may put those stars on. I'm not sure where. Just scatter them around. But that's it for today. That's the Joyfold card. Everything will be on my blog along with a link to the video. But the video will be live on YouTube. But everything will go live on my blog at 8 a.m. on Friday, along with all the measurements, because I know as I was going, I didn't give you all the measurements. All right, I hope you like it. You'll give it a try. It's a really easy card, obviously. I was able to get it together pretty quickly. And it's a lot of fun. You could do a lot with this, with the Joyfold card. All right, thanks everyone for joining, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate it. I hope to see you next week, the same time. I'll be here 4 o'clock Eastern Time next Wednesday. Thanks for joining, everyone, and have a great week. Bye-bye.